Hello and welcome to another edition of Crypto News with Chingas, brought to you by Crypto World News. Today is May 25th, 2018. Bitcoin is trading at 74.33. Got a couple things we want to talk about, so let's get to it. First article brought to you by Bitcoin Magazine. Coinbase takes another step toward trading ICO tokens by acquiring Paradex. So if you haven't already heard, this is the news. Coinbase has done two things recently. Coinbase has acquired Paradex, and that is going to allow them to trade ERC20 tokens. Paradex is a decentralized exchange, and you can exchange wallet to wallet. So this will not come to the US first. First, it'll be introduced to the EU, which is okay. I guess they'll hammer out some of their issues, and then it'll come over to us in the States. The second thing they did is they rebranded GDAX, which is a trading platform for them, and they are now Coinbase Pro. So that's something you could take a look at. I believe you can hop onto that site, take a look at how it looks. From what I've seen, it looked very similar to how GDAX is right now, but they do have new features that aren't in there before, such as staking, which is pretty cool. So it's definitely something to take a look at. It's the way Coinbase is going to move in the future. So we'll see how that shakes out. Now this adds to the only 4 coins that they trade right now, the opportunity to trade ERC20 tokens. So that's a first for Coinbase, and that's a really big deal. The Paradex, if you don't know about it, it runs off of 0x. It runs on the 0x platform. So that's very good for people who have the 0x token. So that's pretty good. All right, second article brought to you by MarketWatch. Ashton Kutcher stuns Ellen DeGeneres with $4 million Ripple donation. Without going into any crazy details, the thing I liked about this article was that publicly a donation between two, I don't want to say prominent actors, but two very well-known names in a significant amount of money was through cryptocurrencies. So this is not your standard, making $1 million donation, making a big deal about it, blah blah blah, the whole 9 yards. The amount to me doesn't even matter. It's the fact that it was done in crypto publicly. So that's what brightens my day. I like that cryptocurrency is being used. I like that it's being used here in this. This highlights, a very cool thing about cryptocurrency, how fast it can be, how easy it can be. He even jokes about saying most people come on with a big giant check. He's like, all I have to do is just press this button and you have $4 million worth of Ripple. He's already invested in Ripple long ago, so it made sense that it would be Ripple that he was using. But it's a good article. It's something that I like seeing in the public domain like that. I think that's really good for just crypto as a whole, right? So that's good for me. Last but not least, you may have noticed a whole bunch of emails this morning, possibly even last night, talking about the GDPR, but those emails are all in reference to privacy policies. So the GDPR went into effect this morning. Now, this is brought to you by Forbes. The birth of GDPR, what is it and what you need to know. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole article here because it is quite a lengthy article for good reason. There is a ton of information. Now, we spoke about the GDPR not that long ago and how it was going to take effect in May. Well, guess what? It's May. That only makes sense. So the GDPR did go off without a hitch. It went live this morning, and people will already feel the presence of the GDPR being in effect, and you'll get that just by the emails alone. Everybody's updating their privacy policies to let you know how they are handling that data. They do harp on a few things in particular. Personal information, names, address, date of birth, social security numbers, location, IP address, cookies, RFID tags, and they go into health data, biometric data, racial and ethnic data, political opinion, sexual orientation, the whole 9 yards. Now, this is for the EU, but the way that works for all 28 countries is if anybody does any business and they collect any of this data, and whether they're in the EU or not, they're held to the standards of the GDPR. So this is going to cost companies millions and millions and millions of dollars to understand what they need to do with that data and how they need to treat it differently than everybody else, which means, as far as I'm concerned, it'll probably spill over into other markets just as a blanket coverage to cover that company to make sure that they're compliant everywhere. Now, they do talk about in this, and look how long the article is, they do talk about in this article how a couple companies already got hammered pretty hard, and Google was one of them, and Facebook was the other, and you're looking at $8.8 billion in GDPR violations. So this is not something that they're taking lightly. This is a very serious deal. This is something that was coming down the pike for a while. Like I said, we spoke about it not that long ago. The total GDPR is broken up into 99 different articles. You are more than welcome to give it a read. I am not. I'll skim through it. I mean, that's it. That's a lot. Well, anyway, that rounds it out for us on this Friday, May 25th. Bitcoin's at 74.14. We're in a downtrend. It's trending down. So, keep your eyes on that. We'll see how trading goes for this week coming up. There might be some heavy sell pressure as we take a look at some of the other coins going on. It's been an okay day. It's been a rough 24 hours, and it's been an even rougher 7 days. But, do what you can. Stay safe. Happy trading. And thank you for joining us for this video. We'll talk to you next time. Well, actually, it's weird because I'll talk to them. They don't talk to me. They can, though. Yo, leave a comment. Leave a comment. That's fine. They can always leave a comment. Nothing wrong with that. I'll get back to it. It's fine. I like comments, because it's like, I check the video and then I'm like, oh, so-and-so's got something to say.